2019 All-Star Game starters will be announced later tonight on TNT. But before we find out who officially gets those starting spots, let's make some predictions here. Let's have a little bit of debate, playing a little All-Star edition of What You Got. Trey.
All right, in the Western Conference, Stephen Curry and James Harden are locks as the starting backcourt. We all agree that Paul George will get one of the three front court spots, but what about the other two? Who will be the other two West front court players? Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic, who was second in fan voting during the last returns, LeBron, who's missed 14 games and counting, or Nikola Jokic. What you got?
Okay, LeBron is going to be a starter.
He's going to be a starter. I don't think he should be a starter.
Well, then you better not have Steph Curry
yeah.
starting. You better not have Kawhi Leonard starting because they basically missed the same amount of games.
Basically, but not. Okay.
Two more.
Okay,
That's
no,
all.
but LeBron he's basically played 58% of his team's games. He's missed a good chunk of
Okay,
season.
so the
barely
percentage is
over
similar
half.
to Curry and Kawhi.
Well,
That's my point.
It's not the same, and it's just increasing as it gets
How
to
is
the
it
All-Star.
different, though?
He's still out. He's still out.
Okay. He's still out is a fair reason, but still, LeBron played in 34 games before the groin injury, which he has right now. You're right.
He is
but
going
Curry
to
and
start.
Kawhi have played in 36 games. So
He's going to
LeBron's
start. He's number one amongst fan voting last week, and the other part of the voting goes to the players and the media. The media may be annoying like I just was and splice it out, but the players are definitely going to put him on the ballot. He's going to get there. I think that's the only thing really when you're trying to differentiate between Davis and Paul George. I'd throw Davis in just ahead of him just because the game's played. It's annoying. They're all going to make it.
Yeah, right.
Not Doncic.
But who's going to start? I think it's going to be Kevin Durant myself because I think the fact that
LeBron and Durant.
LeBron and Kevin Durant, because the Warriors have been awesome. Kevin Durant has been awesome, but we've kind of just it's Kevin Durant. We expect him to do this. But he's having an incredible season, career high in assists. I mean, look at those numbers, 28, 7, 6 on 51%, and his team's winning. The only knock on Davis for me is the fact that the Pelicans are struggling.
Yeah.
And you need to find a reason to separate one from the other. Davis has been incredible, but his team is struggling, so I go with Durant in that situation.
I do think ultimately tonight it will be LeBron, Paul George, and Durant as the three that get in there. But I think Jokic should maybe be over Durant, I guess is what I'm saying here, because you're talking about a winning team. I mean, the Nuggets wouldn't – look, he's going to make the team, but they're not going to have another rep for the Nuggets. It's, I can't see Jamal Murray making the All-Star team here this season.
He's on the periphery, but he won't make it.
So, Jokic 20, 10, and 7, everything runs through him offensively, and he is on the second-best team in the West, and they were the number one team in the West for a very, very long time. So I think he would get my starting spot. But again, it doesn't really matter.
No, it is hilarious how forgettable Kevin Durant is. And when it comes to All-Star. But he has started the last two seasons. It's not like he's the villain amongst
I think he will
everybody else
again,
voting.
Too.
He will, yeah.
All right, Trey, what's your answer, though?
I got KD and LeBron as well. Like you guys are saying, KD a little bit slept on in MVP talks, and LeBron is LeBron. The biggest star in the league should start the All-Star game, but that's just me. The Eastern Conference a little bit more settled. Giannis, Embiid, and Kawhi have the front court on lock, while Kyrie Irving holds down one of the guard spots, but a second guard is tough. So guys, who gets the nod as the second Eastern Conference guard? Brad Beal, Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo, even though he's hurt, Ben Simmons, Dwayne Wade, who is second in fan voting. The last time we heard our hometown hero, Kemba Walker. What you got?
Wow, where do you go? This is tough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm contradicting myself if I don't say then, in this case, I have to pick someone else who's rewarding it for winning over statistics. So it's Ben Simmons for me because Philadelphia's had the best record out of all those guys. Now, the knock on Simmons is that he hasn't improved statistically from last season. He's still been just as good, and the Sixers are very, very good.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker started off the season fantastically, but he's kind of dipped a little, and the Hornets are struggling. And Bradley Beal, I mean, he's been great since John Wall's been out, but the Wizards have had such a terrible season. So I lean towards Ben Simmons for this one.
Not just because he's an Aussie?
Well, that helps. That certainly helps, yeah.
Where do you go?
Yeah, the jump shot factor kind of makes it a little bit interesting, the fact that he hasn't improved that. Because you can't just plug and play him. I mean, he's just going to be – he'd be great in an All-Star game.
Well, let's start him then. Why not? This is what it is, an All-Star game.
Yeah, what about the fit? I think, to me, it comes down to Beal, Walker, and Oladipo for the last spot. And Oladipo obviously can't play. I think Walker gets a little bump because it's his hometown. He should start over Bradley Beal, even though Beal's numbers are a little juicier. His team has been poor from the beginning of the season. I think it's the one chance that Kemba Walker gets to start in front of his hometown. Give them something to cheer for.
He deserves it. He deserves it too. Okay, I know his number. He was scoring 30 a game when we started the season, and it's come back to earth a little bit. Still averaging 25 points per game. No one scores more in the clutch than Kemba Walker. No one, not even James Harden, in total points
Beal's
scored.
numbers are better than Kemba Walker.
Okay, they are very, very similar. Like, honestly, they're basically 25, 5-5 guys, and then that's amazing. Now, you're right. The Hornets, they've started to turn it around here over the last week or so, getting some much-needed wins. I think it is Walker. Wade's the interesting part here, though. Will the players vote Wade in, being in its final season, like the fans are doing? That's the wild card to me. Trey, I know you're a big Wade fan. Who are you going?
Give me that Dwayne Wade legacy vote. All year long I've been putting in Dwayne Wade votes. I can't stop now. You guys are talking. I'm just voting.
Oh, man. I thought it was too late. I guess not.
Nah, we work here.
Welcome back to the Starters. Every week, we scour the internet to bring you the meme team, our favorite weird and wacky moments from that NBA universe.
At number 5, DeMarcus Cousins, it just ain't fair, is part of the Golden State Warriors who made his debut this weekend, looking spectacularly healthy, and that got the memes going. Steve Caristano!
Oh! Don't let him snap!
I think he already This is so well done.
And look out, it's the NWO!
New world.
Warriors got to start doing Wolfpack symbols.
Too sweet. They absolutely
celebration.
should. Oh, well done, internet. Well done. Melo traded to the Bulls this week, but his search for a team who wants him continues, much like Forrest Gump looking for a seat on the bus.
Tiger. Can't sit here.
At number 3, please check out this Jazz commercial with Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and Ricky Rubio.
So you're a cat guy, huh?
Yeah, man. They're no. Somebody sent this to me.
It's okay to be a cat guy. You know, we have a lot of cat guys in France.
But bro, I'm not a cat guy.
Okay.
Meow.
Still so weird, but so good. At number 2, Buddy Hield with this crazy game winner in Detroit last weekend. His celebration, fantastic. Can't catch Buddy. Then he leaps the camera table there. Yeah, he's got hops like a cat. And the Kings had some fun with the photo on the left there, photoshopping him to other sports, other things. Yeah, the kickflip there, skateboarding.
Yeah.
At the Olympics, doing the hurdles, and maybe the best one from The Office, hardcore parkour.
At number 1, Devin Booker and Gorgie Jang got into it. Had a little tippy-tiff. But when they couldn't settle on the floor, they said, hey, meet him back. Let's do this.
In the tunnel.
Let's get back there. So Devin Booker took off, sort of. He was being held back there. The memes came out. Why does Devin Booker look like a toddler running away from his parent? Booker looks like how you feel when trying to run in your dreams. That is a great one. And this is Booker outside the Wolves locker room. But the Timberwolves sealed it here. Well, they just wanted to trade jerseys, of course.
Well, that's what Gorgie said.
Yeah, good one.
Great meme team. All right, when we come back, Lily hits us with that very solid play. Tonight on TNT, we find out the All-Star Game starters and captains, and then after, we got a little basketball. Warriors, Wizards, followed by the Wolves and Lakers. Should be good. We asked you to fill in the blank. Illustrated Lee looks like blank.
Just practicing his phone.
What do you got? What do you got there for us, Trey?
Yeah, some funny answers. Ren says he looks like when you have a nightmare, but you can't really remember it. John says he looks like a slightly younger Coach Pop, the ultimate compliment. Our old friend Lang Whitaker says Elton John. Another shout out for Lee.
with these.
Some Blind Tiger says an 80s family sitcom dad. Family ties, anyone? But the best answer comes from our PA, Chris Nelson, who says it fellow Aussie Heath Ledger's Joker. Hashtag watch so serious, Mike.
Yeah.
They're all great.
Great stuff.
Those are fantastic. Good work, everybody. All right, tonight's pick and play, Wolves, Lakers. I am the only one taking Minnesota on the road. Everybody else liking the Lakers at home. Lily, VSP.
Yeah, this one from the Boston Celtics last night lit up Twitter. Everyone sent it to me. Let's check it out. There's bounce passes. It's
What?
almost
What?
Yeah.
What was
Look.
that?
It's still going. The
More
ball's gonna-
dribbles,
dribbling.
more
Yeah,
dribbles,
it's gonna
jump pass.
Yeah, look, pump fake parties coming up here. Watch this one.
Wow.
Boom. And then finishes with Terry Rozier in the corner for a 3. That's what I call a very solid play. But wait.
What?
There's more.
Oh!
Another very solid play. This one came in from longtime fan Steve out in Chicago,
Hey, I know that guy.
Did Steve do that?
who insisted this be the very solid play from the Atlanta Hawks. So I couldn't turn
that was
down.
better. That one was
That's
better.
what I call a very solid play. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Tomorrow we got the Drop podcast. Here's what we're doing on tomorrow's show. We are going to make our All-Star reserves selections, right? After we find out the starters tonight, we'll make our 14 reserve picks. We'll debate that. It'll be a
Can't
blast.
wait.
So keep your eye and ears for that. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, little known fact, Ned Flanders was a great dancer.
Brace the night, people.